Hey there everyone, and happy Friday. I'm Fox 10 News meteorologist Jennifer Lambers with a look at your forecast, and we are starting off wet and soggy to begin for this morning. And the majority of those showers just taking place closer towards our coastal areas, central to southern Baldwin County, the Florida Panhandle, and far southern Mobile County, but only expecting more of this rain coverage to ramp up heading into the rest of today. So timing things out in our futurecast, you can start to see where some of that yellow and that orange coloration is picking up, where we're seeing the majority of that rain so far to begin for this morning. Light isolated showers elsewhere, but more of that cloud cover also picking up. Today's highest rain chances is going to remain closer towards the immediate coastline. Further inland, that's going to be very light rain, hit or miss showers that you'll be seeing throughout the day, but still an isolated pocket of moderate to heavy rainfall will be possible closer towards our Mississippi counties, Washington, Clark, Monroe, Connecticut, and Escambia counties in Alabama. Mobile, Baldwin counties in the Florida Panhandle have the higher chances to see more of that moderate to heavy rainfall through late morning, early afternoon, but really the immediate coastline, you're going to be seeing that steady stream of Gulf moisture throughout the entire day. We've already seen quite a bit of rainfall to begin for this morning. We'll finally start to see some breaks in the activity later on this evening, but more of those overcast, cloudy skies continuing, just isolated showers once we get further along into tonight. And so Friday night football plans, they're looking better. We could possibly see some of those quiet conditions move in earlier, but just keep in mind, still going to be wet and soggy out there from what we saw earlier today. So bring a towel, bring a rag to wipe down those seats. Temperatures over the next few hours, not moving much. We're going to be hanging out in the mid, maybe upper 70s through the next few hours. The rip currents down at our local beaches, it's low today, moderate tomorrow and Sunday. So a little more rough heading into the weekend down at our local beaches. Please be careful out there. And then taking a look at some more high school football forecasts. So our game of the week is going to be St. Michael hosting Jackson. Kickoff temperatures lower 70s. That'll be the same by the time things are wrapping up, so a little cooler out there. Rain chances higher for any tailgating festivities, and once that kickoff does occur, and then we'll start to see clearing conditions by the time things are getting further along into the rest of the game. However, the exception will be for any of those games taking place closer towards central to southern Baldwin County, so that's why we could see some of that rain lingering later on tonight closer towards Fairhope and portions of the Florida Panhandle. So keep that in mind. Pack the rain gear just in case, and also pack something to help wipe down those seats. Now, tracking the tropics, there are a few areas that we're monitoring out there. Once we get further along into the rest of the weekend, that's where we're possibly going to see an area of low pressure emerge in the southern Gulf. But also I want to go ahead and talk about Hurricane Kirk, a major Category 4 hurricane just turning in the central Atlantic there. Also Tropical Storm Leslie right behind it. That system expected to strengthen, but both of these just hanging out in the central Atlantic over the next few days. We'll continue to talk about them into next week, but still expecting them to move into the central Atlantic and then take a curve to the northeast away from the U.S. Focusing more on that area of low pressure in the southern Gulf, it's struggling to develop. Models really don't even have it developing. Some slow development is possible once we get further along into next week, so we'll have to monitor it through midweek next week, but it's messy, it's disorganized, and it's going to be interacting with a frontal boundary that'll push through, so that'll be the big question as to how it interacts with it. But regardless, it's still expecting it to be a rainmaker for Florida over the next 7 days. Look at just some of that heavy rainfall expected in the eastern Gulf there, but mostly the Florida Peninsula, central to southern portions there, picking up quite a bit of rainfall. We'll continue to monitor and keep you updated, but here locally, not really expecting many impacts from that system. Here's a look at your full 7-day outlook. Higher rain chances heading into today. Then we get through the weekend, mid 80s, we start to dry out, and then a cold front moves through on Monday, a dry front, and so temperature is going to be falling in the wake there, and we're going to be maxing out in the upper 70s and the lower 80s by midweek next week with some much cooler mornings. We'll keep you updated on your forecast right here on Fox 10.